Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Average Korean Man from South Korea. I've posted a couple videos talking about low birth rate here in Korea and the reasons for that. And there are some comments saying a low birth rate is because of 4B movement in Korea. 4B movement, blah blah blah, because 4B movement, blah blah blah. And I was thinking to myself, what the hell is 4B movement? I've never heard of that. So I've looked up on the internet, and this is the definition of 4B movement. Let me read it to you guys. This definition is from Wikipedia. 4B is a radical feminist movement which is purported to have originated in South Korea in 2019. Its proponents refuse to date men, get married, have sex with men, or have children. So that is the definition of 4B movement. And why is it called 4B? Because there is a word B in Korean. B, Korean word. It's a Korean word, not English. B, which means no. So 4B basically means 4 no's. So no marriage, no children, no sleeping with men, and no, what is it? No dating. Yeah, no dating with men. And after reading this, I started to realize why people were saying in the comments of my videos, why people were saying because of feminism, blah blah blah, because of feminists in Korea, blah blah blah, because of women, blah blah blah. I started to understand why people were saying that after reading this. And I want to talk about this today. And if you ask me, is there feminism in Korea? I would say, of course there is, but it's everywhere in the world. And is it a really serious problem here in Korea? I would like to say no, it's not. And 4B movement, I've never heard of 4B movement in my life until a couple of weeks ago. And most women who I know, like my coworkers or friends of my fiance, are married or have a boyfriend. And of course, some of them are single, but that's not because they hate men. That's because they just didn't find the right person yet. And I know that they don't hate men because, I talk to them all the time. And they're really friendly. And if they hated men, why would they talk to me, So I know that they don't hate men. People who are mentally and physically stable here in Korea are busy working and living their lives. They're not interested in 4B movements. And just, if you really try to find feminism in Korea, of course you can. But if you live your normal life, you're not going to see those people. Like, if you just work, do your hobby, and, go to the cafe or whatever, you're not going to see them. Just go to any shopping malls in Seoul, you'll see tons of people, couples holding their hands, shopping or enjoying their time. So it's not a serious issue, I think at least. And also what I've seen on YouTube is that if you type 4B movement on YouTube, you're going to see a lot of contents, of course. But most of them are from foreign women. You don't find any Korean women talking about 4B movement on YouTube. And there are Korean women who discuss about 4B movement. But I couldn't find anyone talking about, I support 4B movement. The people who say I support 4B movement, the women are foreign women. And to me, it feels like foreign women treat 4B movement more seriously than it actually is here in Korea. And I actually kind of agree with 2B movement, no marriage and no children. But that is not because women hate men. That is because people just cannot afford housing, they cannot afford to get married, and they cannot afford to have a child or children. And the reasons for those two B's are not because of feminism. And also, Koreans in their 30s always talk about, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you gonna get married? We should get married before it's too late. Things like that. So people actually do want to get married. And also there is marriage matchmaking services here in Korea. So there are companies which are specialized in marriage matchmaking. So what you do is you submit like all the information about you, like your name, your height, your family background, which university you went to, which where you work at, how much you earn, what kind of house you have, what kind of car you drive, how many times you take a shit a day. No, I'm just kidding there. You don't write about that, right? Please don't go around and say you have to know how many times you take a shit to get married in Korea. No, that was a joke. And basically, like everything about you, you submit everything about you, all the information about you, and the company will try to find the right person that suits you, the opposite sex that suits you. And this marriage matchmaking market is huge in Korea, which means there are a lot of people who are trying to get married, but they just couldn't find the right person. And how do you know that? Because there are advertisements on TV of these companies, and there are advertisements on subway stations and places like that. So we know that this marriage matchmaking market is huge. So, in conclusion, is there feminism in Korea? Of course there is, but it's everywhere in the world. Is it a serious problem? No, it is not. 4B movement is not a serious problem. At least I think, okay? Some people may think it's a serious problem. And there are bigger problems here in Korea, guys. 4B, just like I said, people who are mentally and physically stable are busy working, living their lives. They don't care about 4B movements. They don't know about 4B movements, okay? And if you don't trust me, come to Korea, just walk around the street, go to shopping malls and stuff, go to the cafes or library or wherever. You will see tons of people, couples, holding their hands, shopping, drinking coffee together. So if you just live your regular life, you work, do your stuff, you're not gonna see feminists, walking around the street. No. Anyways, yeah, that is going to be the end of the video for today, everyone. Thank you for watching my video once again. See you next time. Bye bye.